there is this amazing concept where people are realizing, you know what, I don't need to live in the property that I'm paying off. I can rent somewhere and rent wherever I want to live. But how can you own a property and make that tax effective so you're not stung with tax when you go and sell that investment property in the future because you've been renting? So we've got the scenario, right? This is actually from one of the viewers who's written to me. His name is Richard. Hi Richard, how you doing? So what you need to know is if you want to avoid capital gains tax, or at least minimize it, that property needs to be your primary resident. If you go and buy a property, say for example, you want to live in, let's say, the Sutherland Shire, you want to rent there, but you want to buy a unit in Sydney. You don't want to live in Sydney. The family's all planted down here in the Sutherland Shire. If you want to do that, that property in Sydney, you're going to have to buy that, and it's going to be your primary residence. So you're going to have to live in it. And I would suggest that maybe 6 months as a minimum, right? 6 to 9, 12 months. And you've got to basically show if it's your primary residence that you are living there. So we want to see that there's electricity bills for you living there, that you got utilities there, you've changed your driver's license. So when it becomes your primary residence, you can go and move out. And there's this thing called the 6-year window, 6-year rule, where effectively you've got 6 years to either move back in or sell it, and then there's no capital gains tax. So it's your primary residence for you and your spouse. There's no capital gains tax, and it's just like any other rental property. We claim the negative gearing, and the negative gearing happens in your tax return. All those things with a rental property happen. But effectively what you need to realize is that if you're going to go sell that property, you've got 6 years to have no capital gains tax, or you've got to move back in to restart that primary residence window again. So then effectively you can rent down here in the Sutherland Shire, live where you want to live, and have no capital gains tax when you sell the property.